Hello everyone, it's Shauna coming to you live from her craft room in Edmond, Oklahoma. Today is November 22nd. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to hopefully a wonderful weekend. There is lots going on in the Stampin' Up! World, so I want to get right into it. Let me make sure I'm on the right page real quick, that I'm faced the right way up, that you guys can hear me. You know, all the good technology stuff. It's always so fun going live. Can you hear me? Let's see. Oh, come on. I'm faced the right way up. There we go. Okay, let me turn on live chat, and I think we're good to go. All right. So if you guys are scrolling through Facebook World and you see the live red button on the left-hand side pulsating, you've caught me live. Make sure you stop by and say hi. If you don't say hi, I don't know that you're watching. So I can't see everybody that's hopping on and off. If you're watching the replay, great. Just type in replay and I'll know that you stopped by and you watched. So this is the wonderful card that we're making today. When I saw this die, I knew immediately that I wanted the bundle and that I wanted to make a shaker card. I love shaker cards, and this is what the die looks like. Fun die. It is from the Amber Autumn set that is in the catalog, I believe, page 40. Yeah, it's in the Holiday Mini. I've used it the last several weeks, so I just really like it. Before we get started on this, I do want to do some housekeeping. Again, there's a lot going on in the Stampin' Up! World, and I don't want us to miss out on anything. So I'm going to start with what I start with every weekend. Stampin' Up! Offers 3 levels of creativity. There is something for everyone. I don't care if you don't have a crafting bone in your body. We've got something for you. Our step-by-step kits are great. Anybody can do them. Those instructions tell you where to put your adhesive. Kid you not. You can't mess it up. So we have step-by-step instructions with our kits. We have 2 different kinds of kits, and I'll go over those here in a second. We have our quick and easy options, which is our mix and match section, where you take card bases and die cuts and stamps, and they're all meant to coordinate together. And so the cards go together really quick and easy. If you are still stuck on doing that, then there are some sketches in the catalog to help you out. There's also some pictures if you want to make them exactly like what Stampin' Up! Has made. We call that casing. Copy and steal everything. And you know what? I do it. And I'm an avid, when I see something that I really like, I know that I'm not going to be able to improve it, and I want to make that card. So yes, I'm copying and stealing everything. We have Creativity Your Own Way, which is level 3, which are, you can just take anything in our catalog and go for it. Again, why I fell in love with Stampin' Up! Is because their inks, their cardstock, their embellishments, their ribbons, it is all color matched. You know that if you used crushed curry, you're getting crushed curry. So, speaking of our kits real quick, this is the monthly subscription kit. They're called Paper Pumpkins, and then these in the brown box are the kits that you can find online. These kits rotate in and out. Stampin' Up! Comes out with 2 kits every month, sometimes 3. They are constantly revolving. You need to go to stampinup.com to see all the kits that are available. One right now, just to let you know, is called Road to Christmas Kit. If you guys like the red truck, the old truck that you guys see everywhere, the vintage truck, this is a great kit. The Pampered Stamper, These cards were hers, and I just thought she did a great job with this kit. Now, this kit does not show you how to make these cards. This was just the kit she purchased, and then she made her own cards with it. So, but great Christmas trees, the old truck. Don't forget to check out our kits. So the brown box, again, are the ones that are online. They change all the time. The Paper Pumpkin, the monthly subscriptions, we get sneak peeks. So here is the sneak peek that we have for the one that will be coming to your house in December. It's really the January kit. The subscription period is from November 11th to December 10th. It's going to be floral, it's going to be watercolor, it's going to have blues and greens in it. That's pretty much the sneak peek. So again, it's a surprise. It's like Christmas coming to your door every month. There are some coordinating dies that go with it. Item 167855. They come out with a quarterly, so a die set that's good for 3 months. So this would be the one for the tags that we just got. The Joy was last month, and then all the florals go with the watercolor that's coming out next month. So again, Paper Pumpkin, if you like to treat yourself, which I do, sign up for Paper Pumpkin. They are running, I kid you not, a great deal. Don't sign up yet. Wait. December 1st through 9th for Cyber Monday, you're going to save drastically on the Paper Pumpkin kits. Excuse me. So a 3-month subscription is $61. It's normally $81. A 6-month is $122. Normally $162. So there's a $40 savings there. And the 12-month, which is normally $244, will be $244, which normally is $324. So an $80 savings there. So again, Paper Pumpkin, they are great. And that doesn't, just because you get a 12-month subscription doesn't mean that you just have it for the year. You can start and stop your subscriptions. You don't have to get every month. If you see the sneak peek of the month coming up and you're like, no, there's no way I'm going to use that. That's just not my style. Suspend it. Don't get it. Save that month for next month. Okay. If you ever have any questions on anything, holler at me. Kits, what's in the catalogs, let me know. That's why I'm here. Black Friday, guys. Stampin' Up! First time ever is offering a Black Friday sale. It's going to be November 25th, so next Tuesday or this coming Tuesday through December 1st. It says up to 40% off of select products. Now, we have been told that there's going to be 40% off of Stampin' Blends, paper trimmer and blades, ink bundles. There's going to be 25% off of select adhesives and 15% off of select cardstock. It says shop the full selection of discounted products online. Products are available while supplies last, and orders will likely arrive in time for the holidays. So that was just kind of what they told us Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. I am hoping that we've got some stamps and dies and stuff like that that are on that list as well, but they haven't said anything, so we will not know until November 25th, Tuesday. So make sure you go to www.stampinup.com to check out and make sure you're not missing out. Stampin' Up! Still has some 12 days of crafting advent calendars left. These are $99. It's item 167335. Again, while supplies last. Last I checked, we still had some. This is a great gift to either gift yourself or gift a crafting friend or a couple of crafting friends. I think it's a great idea. If you have several crafting friends, if you give, say, one to each friend, then you guys can get together once a month and use the supplies to craft, because these are not Christmas themed items. I have posted twice now a link to where you can go watch a video, go search it on YouTube, Stampin' Up! 12 Days Advent Calendar. We've got some demonstrators that have gone in and opened up every door for you to let you know what's in it. So if you don't like being surprised and you want to know exactly what you're going to get, there are some YouTube videos out there that you can look at and see. I will let you know it is all year themed. It is pastel colors, floral. In those windows is 6x6 paper. There's a stamp set that comes with it. There is ribbon, embellishments, everything. So, Stampin' Up! Does offer more than just crafting supplies. They have virtual classes. And the virtual class that is coming up is the Brushed with Beauty. This is live November 20th. Ooh, that was Thursday. Okay, nix that. Never mind. I thought I was being ahead of it still. Nope. That was last Thursday. Okay. So, if you guys have been with Stampin' Up! For very long, you know that they used to offer something called Celebration. This was a catalog full of free goodies that if you ordered so much between the months of, I want to say January to March, then if your order reached, say, $50 or $60, then you could pick things out of this catalog for free. They're no longer going to do that. They are going to start offering what's called Product of the Month. So every month they're going to come out with a product, and that product is only going to cost $5 with a qualifying order. So as long as you have $75 in your order, then you'll be able to, if you want, to purchase the product of the month that they are offering for $5. This is going to start in December. And from what I've heard, paper is the first one. I haven't seen it. I hear that it's a blue nature themed. So look for that. A lot of you guys know that we have been looking at the new holiday mini catalog. So we got sneak peeks last week. I posted a picture of the front and back of the catalog because I can't open it yet. But I'm telling you what, guys. Let me show you. This is my shopping cart. I have not put in my order yet because I'm waiting for the Black Friday special. But this just goes to show you. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of goodies on there. And I have to kind of plan ahead, like, what am I going to do for Valentine's? What am I going to do for Easter? What am I going to do for Mother's Day? So that I can pre-plan my monthly card and scrapbooking classes. So that's kind of what these letters mean. Again, I just talked about that Road to Christmas kit. That was out of stock. It's now back in stock. So if you're wanting that, you need to get it. But there are lots of sneak peeks of some wonderful products. You're not going to be disappointed. That will come out in January. So January to April is when that new spring holiday catalog runs. And I should be getting those in the next couple weeks. So if you're on my team, so if you've come to a card class in the last year, a scrapbooking class, let me know. You get those catalogs for free. And I will have them in my hot little hands, I'd say within the next couple of weeks. So the current holiday catalog is this one right here. There's lots of goodies in it. We do have our yearly annual catalog going on. This runs May to May, so summer to summer. We have online exclusives. So those are items that come out every 2 months that are only online. You can only view them online. They did not come out in time to make the catalog, so every 2 months they put out some new stamps and dies. This was September's. We had some new ones come out in November, and we've got some new ones that come out in January. So again, I've been able to order those. Lots of cute stuff. Don't forget, if you're shopping online, to check out the kits, the online exclusives, and then the last chance products. These are where our discounted products are. So if there was something that you were wanting and maybe you just didn't want to spend that much, it may have made it onto the discounted list by now. So check that. Again, they update that every 2 months, and it's on the off months of the online exclusives. So those get updated December and February. Our last craft show this year is going to be coming up December 6th. So not next weekend after Thanksgiving, but the weekend after that. So if you have missed us and you're wanting to stop by and say hi, which I do hope that you do. I've had a lot of people come by and say hi. We're going to be at Putnam City North. It's called North Pole Market. They're going to have over 100 vendors. They're going to have food trucks. It's free admission. It's from 9 to 4. This will be their 7th year that they have it. And it is a great show. It's at 11800 North Rockwell Avenue, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 73162. And again, thank you to all who came out to Church of the Servant a couple weeks ago and said hi, stopped by. Any little purchase helps my small business. So I appreciate every single purchase. I don't care if it's a little dollar treat box or if it's a whole bunch of cards. I'm there for you. So I had a lot of scrapbooking pages that were pre-made, a lot of kits that you could buy, card and scrapbooking, coasters, candles, ornaments, calendars. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of stuff there. So you should be able to find something for anyone. In fact, I had a lady come by and she goes, "Oh my gosh, it's the card lady." And I was like, "Aw." She goes, "You weren't in Piedmont this year and I thought you weren't doing craft shows." And I said, "Oh no." I said, Earthglow Market at Church of the Servant and the Piedmont Craft Show were the same day, and I just couldn't do both. I would love to be in 2 places at once, but that's not how it works. So she stopped by and she was really glad to see me. So I appreciate that. And all the new people that I met, welcome and howdy if you guys are stopping by and watching. It's so nice to have new people coming to classes. It always livens things up. I had a great card class last week with Hilda and Brody. So welcome, you guys. Sorry you didn't get to meet any of the other team members. Thanksgiving, November, and Christmas are always really hard months, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you real quick what the sneak peeks are for card and scrapbooking class for December. There's just so much going on. So, okay. The cards that we're making for card class is using the North Pole Delivery suite of products. This is a really, really cute suite. I've had a lot of fun with it. This card stands up like this. It's a little stair step card, but it's really cute. It comes with, I'm going to show this to you real quick. Comes with this great paper. It is postal theme, which is what caught my attention because Both my mom and dad worked for used to work for the post office. It also comes with 2 sheets of already pre-die cut mailboxes and trucks and storefronts. It also comes with a page. I try to be really careful with these, and I haven't shown off this paper yet really, but it comes with another one of these of animals. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But anyway, they're already colored for you. They're already pre-cut. All you got to do is punch them out. Here it is right here. So, all these cute little animals. And it makes these cards come together so fast and so quick. Hilda and Brody, if you guys are watching, these cards are going to come together a lot faster than the Thanksgiving cards. So sorry about that. The Thanksgiving cards that we did at this last fall class were a little in-depth, to say the least. So, and they took it like a pro. They were first-time stampers, which is always great to have new people, but it was a lot for new people, and I apologize. The scrapbooking class for the fall, if I can get it turned around the right way, this is for December's. Sorry if I said fall. They are fall themed, but this is the December class. This is using the autumn, what's it called? Floral something. Hold on just a second. Floral Charm. That's what it's called. Floral Charm paper. And I love these autumn colors. So this says Autumn Breeze, Pumpkins Please. There are lots of little dots, some twine, some Cricut cuts. There's the first layout. Here is the second layout. So Autumn Wishes, again, lots of Cricut cuts, twine, little embellishments. There's some more Cricut cuts. Here's a little back of a truck that says Hello Fall. Again, twine, embellishment, Cricut cuts. So a great scrapbooking class for December. And then the other colors that were in this pack weren't really Thanksgiving, but I wanted to focus on what we're thankful for. So kindness, that's kind of what this is. So I've got some Loving These Days with You Cricut cuts. Really incredible these days are, and you made kindness your mission and love your legacy. So again, just some purples and greens on this one. A little bit of brown, but not a whole lot. This was a beautiful pack of paper. So if you're interested in the card class or the scrapbooking class, I have sent out the email to my team members. You guys need to let me know by November 30th. So today's 22nd. You still have another week, but I need to know by November 30th if you're coming. That allows me enough time to make sure that I have everything, enough materials on hand, and enough time to cut the materials. The reason why I say that is December is crazy, guys. We have a craft show December 6th from 9 to 4, Putnam City. I have a family Christmas on December 13th, so I can't do card or scrapbooking class that day. So it made me put, and I hate this, but this is how it worked. December's card class is going to be December 20th. This is the Saturday before Christmas. I did schedule it from 10 to noon, so earlier than normal, just in case you do have Christmas parties later on that afternoon or evening. And then I had to turn around and do the scrapbooking class on Sunday on December 21st from 1 to 5. So card and scrapbooking class are the same weekend. They're back to back. It's the Saturday and Sunday before Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but that's the only way I could do it, because then we have another family Christmas the weekend after Christmas, and the month of December's gone. So December 20th and December 21st are the classes. If you can't make it this month, I completely understand. If you can, let me know. All right, you guys, I have talked enough. The classes are going to be fun, but let's move on to crafting. So, again, Amber Autumn. This is going to be the last Thanksgiving fall card in our Thankful for Fall series. It's a shaker card. So the leaves inside move around. I'm going to show you how we made this card. It's very easy, very simple with this wonderful die. Okay. This is how the die cuts it. There's leaves all the way through, and you can leave it like this if you want, or I cut some of these leaves out to make an opening, a hole, so that you could see some pretty paper behind it and the leaves move. It's completely up to you. You know, whatever floats your boat. It's your card. So we're going to talk about how to change this card up a couple of different ways. We're also going to make 2 different cards. If you're here, make sure you're saying hi, because I don't know that you're watching if you don't say hi. And I also understand that we might not have a whole lot of people on since it is the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And I know Santa Market is going on this weekend. It's killing me being here and not at the craft shows. Okay, so I did pull out, again, this is using the Amber Autumn. It's in the Holiday Mini Catalog. Where's my catalog? It's right here. It's on page 40, I believe. It's this die and stamp right here. So there's the stamp. Here's the die. And we also have a Christmas version of that one. It's called Snowflake Kisses. And again, I saw this and I thought, I need it. I want it. I need to make a shaker card. And you can see I've already been playing with it. But just to let you know, that one is an online exclusive. That one is not in the Holiday Mini Catalog. And it also comes with these other dies. It's not just that one die. And this die you can put on a corner of, let me pull back in that card. Where's that card? Say you want to put it in a corner up here and cut out a couple of snowflakes, and then put it down here in the corner and cut out a couple of snowflakes, and then put your sentiment in the middle. You can do that. Now, I did not buy the actual stamp that goes with it. It is called Snowflake Kisses for a reason. A lot of the sayings, the sentiments, say something about sending you kisses, warm wishes. It was a little too mushy for my style. I didn't think I would use the stamp set a lot, but I love snowflakes, and I will definitely make a shaker card with that die. Okay, so again, page 40, Amber Autumn in the Holiday Mini to make this card. And I'm going to show you a couple different things. I did pull out from last year. It is still available because it is a hot seller. I pulled out this 6x6 pack of paper. I used the you-know-whaty out of it last year. I think I kind of made you guys sick of it a little bit. But this is Splendid Autumn. It's item 164173. I used 2 packs of this paper last year, and I opened my 3rd. When I say I love something, I really mean I love something. Hi, Tanya. How are you? I miss you, girl. I hope that you can come to one of the classes soon. Aw, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by and watching. So I pulled out this pack of paper, and thought I needed something for the background. So there's a couple of different ways that you can make this card. So you can make just a normal card, or another thing that I'm going to show you is it's very easy to take just a normal card. So, you know, a normal card that opens up. Now this one's backwards, and that's for a reason, because you can take a normal card and change it into what we call a trifold card. And again, I ran that die through. I put a little edge on there because we're going to tape this down. We're going to tape it down to right there. And then you have a card that you flip this up, you flip this up, and it's 3. Hopefully that makes sense. So you can do this card a gajillion different ways, but these are just a couple of really cute, easy options for you. So let's go ahead and let's make the shaker card. I will give you a couple of tips and tricks since I've already ran this through the die cut machine. When you do that, I just wanted you to see, these are all the bits and pieces that come out of here. And you do not have to take a pokey tool and poke out each one of those. A lot of them automatically fall out. Another option, if you have the Take Your Pick tool, there is an attachment that has a little brush on it. And you can take that brush on your die and run it across, and it'll poke all of those out. Now, I have the old, just because I've been with Stampin' Up! Forever, die and brush set. And so, again, you would just you would run it through, take it out, and then this is going to be, it's going to be the back side because your paper's underneath here when you run it through. You're just going to take this and all these little bristles, which is the same as your Take Your Pick tool, is going to get in these little crevices and push those through. So they come out really easy. I don't want you to be scared that you're going to be sitting there forever poking and pushing each one of those little pieces out, because you're not. But there are a lot of little bits and bobs. So I'll put that in the trash can now that you guys have seen it. So I spared you all of that. And again, you can use the die like this, but see here I even left some in here just so that you could see. Not all of them come out, but you can go in there and, you know, pick and push all of those little pieces out. But a lot of them will come out. The reason why I didn't worry about this too much is I'm going to be cutting that. So all you do is go in here and figure out like where you want your cuts. So we're just gonna, and I did, again, hold on real quick and I'll let you see what paper I used. This is not cardstock. Again, I had pulled out this Splendid Autumn paper pack. And so because I already had it out in front of me, let's see, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. Okay, so let's start here and see if that's, nope, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go ahead and cut this little one. And it's just because I wanted to open that up so that you guys could see more of the paper in the background. Okay, so I think that is how I did it. Yes, that's the same. There's a little piece right there I can tell that didn't get poked out. I do want to poke that out. Okay. Oh, and there's that one piece right there. They're hanging on by paper threads. Okay. So that just opens it up and allows for you to still see the pretty die, but the paper and the stuff behind it. So on this Splendid paper pack, there are in here 12 different papers with, you guys, oh my gosh, there's 4 pieces of each, but there is so many different pretty patterns. Like I said, go back in my past videos and watch my past videos on that. It's called Splendid Autumn. Just put it in the search thing on YouTube. You'll see it. But it's a great pack of paper. The papers that I used, this Cajun Craze is the back side of this one right here. And I know, how in the world did I use this side and not this side? Well, I used the you-know-what out of this last year. So this side has a lot of texture, a lot of different colors. You can tell it's not just one. It's got some lights, some darks, some mediums. And that really draws your interest in on this die cut. So that's what I've used. It's just the back side of that. And then the papers that I used, there were a couple of them that I looked at that I thought, what do I want to use? I ended up using this one because I really liked this crushed curry. It really did pop on that when I laid it down. However, this one does too. You can't go wrong with either one. And in fact, on this next card that I make, we're going to use this one. So, I already have, Stampin' Up! Does sell what we call window sheets. They come in a pack like this, and I know it's kind of hard to see because they're clear, but this is item 142314. They are really thick. It's like a transparency sheet, but it's a little bit thicker than that. So we're going to take this, we're going to glue it on the back of this. And to do that, I'm going to use my green tipped multi-Tombow glue. And I'm just going to come through and put some dots in some of these bigger areas. In the corners, of course. That's probably enough. And I'm going to take my sheet. Now you really don't want to wiggle this sheet too much, because if so, you're going to have glue everywhere. I'm going to hold that down just real quick. And if you guys have one of our big blocks, you could use a big block and hold it down like that. And then come and do your little sentiment if you want. So another option, and these were just some extra sentiments that I had cut out already from the last cards. If you didn't want to make this into a shaker card, you could cut open all of that available space and stick that in where your sentiment is. Does that make sense? You know, pretend like that clear window sheet's not there, and then you guys could have that peeking through up underneath. Not on top, but underneath. So, a couple of different options there. Like I said, I've already cut down my piece of paper because since I used this one in the first one that I showed off, I'm going to use this piece of paper in the second one. And again, it's just a regular half a piece of cardstock, fold it in half. I'm going to put this, I think we're dry, on the back. We are going to be using the foam adhesive strips, item 141825. These are little strips that are great for the shaker cards. Now, I did kind of, you'll notice, give me just a second, where's my little, I left a big thick border around this one. That's normally how the die cuts. However, I have gone in and kind of cut that border down, and now it's a slender border, which was just a preference. I have some clear window sheet sticking out that I want to make sure I get cut off. And I have some, I didn't lay it on there very straight, but that's okay. Okay. So I have taken these little foam strips, and I've actually taken my scissors and I've kind of cut it in half already. Again, just so you didn't have to sit here and watch me do that. So you can make these as long as you want, as thin as you want. And all we're going to do is take the backing off, and then we're going to lay this down around the border. You're basically building a wall for these shaker bits to stick in. Do I not have? Give me just a second. I didn't peel the back of that off. I'm like, why is it not sticking? Oh, come on. Let me pull it up to my eyeballs. Give me just a second. And in fact, we may not fool with that. We may just go ahead and do this other one. Okay. Now we're all sticky. Sticky for sure. Okay. So you're just going to build a wall all the way around so that your little shaker bits don't fall off or fall out. So you're just going to nudge it up. I'm sticking to everything. Oh, hold on. Goodness gracious. Me and sticky stuff, we just don't get along sometimes. Hey, Aunt Pat, how are you? Are you doing some cooking this weekend for Thanksgiving? I know I'm pre-making stuff and sticking it in the freezer and the fridge the night before. I'm making your famous macaroni and cheese. Bop can't live without it, so I am just having all sorts of issues. Okay, guys, hold on. I'm sticking to things. It's driving me crazy. Let's try this. I'm just not going to cut it in half. Maybe that's what my problem is. Maybe we'll just work with a normal piece of this. I'm making it more difficult on myself than what it needs to be. Watch how easy it is when you don't have to play around with small pieces. Okay, so you just butt these up. It does go together really fast and easy, I promise. We're going to come back over here and butt this one up. And then it looks like I need a little piece right there. Shove that little piece in there. Nobody's going to see that. No one's going to know the difference. Okay. Put those to the side. And then I have gone ahead and cut all these little die cuts out for you. Get off of me, little piece of paper. You're driving me cray-cray. Okay. So, and what these came from was the Label Me Grateful has this little leaf. So I cut a whole bunch of those out. Actually, I should have dumped that in there. Let me just dump that in there real quick. And then I actually had a little punch. They want me to make homemade crescent rolls. Haven't decided what else. Well, if that's all you have to make, then you're doing good. We do 2 Thanksgivings. We do one for Jason's family on Thursday and then one for my family on Friday. And between the 2 families, I told Jason, I said, we make a whole Thanksgiving meal. Sometimes it's just like, oh, it's a lot. For the Maxwells, I'm making sweet potato casserole and stuffing and mac and cheese, cheesy corn casserole. And then for my family, I'm making baked beans, some more macaroni and cheese, some more casserole. Jason's frying a turkey. So by the time it's all said and done, we've made a whole meal between the 2. It's kind of crazy. Okay, I'm just taking a little time here to take these leaves and flip them over. Okay, and then what we're going to do is take this piece of paper right here and put it on top of here. So I'm going to carefully peel the backing off of these adhesive strips. Trying to not make all those leaves move. And jump out at me. Okay, just one more little piece right here. So shaker cards are very easy to make. I want to make sure that I get this big clump of leaves, which is right here on the bottom. And then I want to make sure that I've got my piece of paper on the bottom as well. You're just going to kind of come over here and line that up, stick it down, and that's your little shaker. So quick and easy. Okay, and then you just take your adhesive, and I'm going to use some tear and tape. And I'm just going to throw some adhesive on here, probably 3 strips, just to, you know, for good measurement, because people are going to be shaking these. You don't want your little shaker thing to fall off your card when they're shaking it. So I hear Jason and the kids in the living room. We have all the grandkids. And Jason is putting up the Christmas tree so that after this Facebook Live, I can go put lights on it. And they are in there thinking that it's the best thing ever. They are being so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear them or not. Okay, so we've got our card. Again, just a half a sheet, folded over. Make sure I'm putting it right side up so that it folds this way. And I'm going to stand up just so that I can get over top of this and make sure I'm lining it up correctly. Getting it on there straight. Oops, and I'm bending my leaves. But there it is. There's your quick and easy shaker card. And then we're just going to put our sentiment on there. And I can stamp that here in a second. And then you can take your little piece of paper and put it in here for you guys to sign and put your little note on there. So there's one card down, and we're at 1050. So let me do this other card real quick, and then if I have time, I'll come back and put that little sentiment on there. That, again, it uses the same stamp set, the Amber Autumn. They are photopolymer stamps, so they're easy to see through. And I just stamped it on a piece of Daffodil Delight and cut it out with this little die. Shouldn't say little, it's pretty big. It's a big die. It fits that Autumn Wishes perfectly. And this is from the Stylish Shapes. It's page 123 of the annual catalog, item 159183. And then this is flagged on both sides. So I just cut, one side of that off so that I could lay it flat and flush with the edge of the card. So quick and easy, but I'm going to jump to this other card because I think this other card is a wow card, and we kind of forget how easy it is to make a wow card. So not that a shaker card's not a wow card, but let me show you just a quick and easy twist on this. And again, don't forget, we also have a snowflake die that is exactly like this, so great for a shaker card. Okay, here's that snowflake die. So love those dies. Okay, so again, I've already taken the die through, ran it through. I left myself a little bit of I would say a ½ inch, probably. Yes, a ½ inch, so that I could put some adhesive here and lay this down. So a normal card opens up like this. I've got this one opening up backwards. So the reason why I did that was I can take a little adhesive, and we did this on last week's card if you guys remember. If not, if you didn't catch last week's Facebook Live, it's really, really a cool Facebook Live. All I did was I took this and I put it on the edge of the card. So I'm just lining it up to the edge, pushing it down, and that makes a trifold. Oh, you know what I forgot to do though? I did forget to do something. Sorry. Let me back up the train. You never saw that. No one will ever know. Tanya, what do we say in the scrapbooking world? Mistakes are only ways to make embellishments. There's never a mistake. It's always just a way to embellish. We do want to come up just a hair, and that's because we want it to bend over. So let me lay that down one more time. Instead of butting that up, I do want to come up just a hair over. So let me do it this way. I just want to leave a little bit and you'll see why here in a second. Okay. I'll clean that up. I'll get my little adhesive glue eraser and make that all nice and clean, and nobody will know. But the reason why you want to do that is because when you're opening your flap, you do want that to close nicely right there. And if you butt it right up, it doesn't fold over and lay nicely. So you do want to come up just a hair. Gosh, that's probably not even a 1/16 of an inch, so that it'll lay nicely. And then you're going to take your little mat and your white piece of paper. And these are just normal card sizes. So your normal typical card, it's a half a piece of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and you score it at 4 1/4. So that's your normal size card. So that's what this one is. It's 8.5 by 11. So 8.5 by 11. We've cut half of it off because you can get 2 card bases from a piece of cardstock, and then you've scored it in the middle at 4 1/4. And that's your typical card size. So your layers, like this rusty brown, it's called Cajun Craze. This one is going to be a 1/16 of an inch. This is going to be, instead of 4 1/4, 4 1/8. Because there's your 4 1/4. So it's half of that. By, because this would normally be 5 1/2. So this is going to be 1/8 of an inch lower than that. So what is that? 5 1/4? Anyway, you can figure it out. I don't want to bore you with all the measurements. And then again, your white piece that layers on top of that is another 1/8 of an inch smaller, so that you end up with these 1/16 of an inch borders all the way around. We're going to lay that on top here, and that is going to hide that seam that we've got over there, and no one's even going to notice that it's there. So then you've got this and you've got this. So again, you could cut out some of these leaves if you wanted and put your saying there, or in this case, I love this paper showing through. I'm going to leave it like this, and then maybe just put this there. Or you could just put your saying here and not do anything and just let the prettiness show. You could take some little dots, some embellishments like these little glossy dots right here, and put them in these leaves. I think that would be gorgeous. You could have also made this card open, like, instead of like this, you could have made it open like this. So to each their own. Again, a gajillion different ways on how to do this, but I wanted to show off this die and how easy it is to use just by running that die through, making a shaker card with it by putting a piece of window sheet underneath it, or just by leaving it like that and using it as just a layer. So those are the cards for today. Again, you can jazz them up however you want, and you don't need, neither one of you guys need to see me how to do that, because I know you can do it yourself. I've seen you scrapbook, Tanya, and I know how creative you are, Aunt Pat. So you guys put your sentiment wherever you want, put your embellishments wherever you want. And those are 2 easy cards. I will complete this and complete this one. I'll go back and put my little saying on it. But quick and easy cards. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Facebook Live. Again, it wraps up our Thankful for Fall series. We've done these cards. We've made, let me grab them. Grab all the cards. I've got things falling. I've got piles. So this was the card that we made last week. It opens up like this. This was the little fold that I was telling you guys about, you know, where I left the little side piece and folded it over. But there was one of them. Here was one of them. And this one we just changed the opening. Here was the fall cards that we made in my class last week, my card class. That one right there is a gorgeous card. It sits up like that. It's called a center pop card. And this all uses just the same paper pack. Here was a little magic slider card. But it all uses the paper pack that's called, let me grab it, Gathering Together. It was an online exclusive. It's 165969. But this beautiful pack of paper. And it used the Amber Autumn stamp set and the Label Me Grateful stamp set. And again, I think this was an online exclusive, 166111. So if you're not checking out those online exclusives, you're missing out, because this has a great label die. It has some greenery leaves, some little acorns. I love the sayings. So grateful for that heart of yours. A little kindness makes a big difference. So all of these cards that I did for the Thankful for Fall series and my fall card class was made using that paper pack. So I hope I've given you some great ideas for some fall cards. You guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks for spending an hour with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I won't be on here for a couple of weeks. Next Saturday, December 6th, next Saturday is Thanksgiving. We will be doing Thanksgiving things and out of town with family. The Saturday after that, December 6th, so the first Saturday of December, we will be at our craft show at Putnam City North. Make sure you come by, say hi. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it. Having my second eye surgery in a few days, but I want to get back to creating soon after. Oh, Tanya, I'll keep you in my prayers. Eye surgery. Ugh, that makes my eyes hurt. I'm so sorry. I will be saying some prayers for you. You said, what day is your surgery? You say in a few days. Is it Monday? Let me know. I'll be praying over those doctors and for your healing. And whew. But anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope this has given you some ideas. And I can't wait to see you back at class. All right. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. The next Facebook Live I will see you back will be on, oh, what is that? Where's my calendar? December, and it'll be a Sunday. I don't have my calendar. Where'd my calendar go? Here it is. It's covered up. It'll be December 14th. It's my sister's birthday. Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. Okay, Tanya, thank you. I'll keep you in my prayers. I hope people are going to be waiting hand and foot on you for Thanksgiving, and that you don't have to do any cooking or anything like that, hopefully. Alrighty, so we'll see you back next December 14th, Sunday, for some Christmas cards. Let me give you a sneak peek. Hopefully you guys have bought some of these Christmas stamps. So the Jolly Delivery is what I'm using for my card class in December. Again, if you're interested in that, don't forget to send me an email. Let me know. We have Jar of Joy. So these little cute items fit in this jar. You can make a little shaker globe for a snowman. So we might use that. We have Homemade Treats. I love it. It's got a little pastry bag and a rolling pin, a glove. It's beginning to taste like Christmas. It makes me want to sing. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You're welcome, Tanya. And I think that goes hand in hand with this gingerbread man. So we'll probably be using these. And then these are the branched out dies. So just some sneak peeks of what the Christmas cards are going to be using coming up over the next weeks. You guys have a great week. See you next time. Bye-bye.